What's going on, guys? My name is Lorenzo. I know it's been a while since I posted, but I've been working. As y'all can tell, I've been messing with a lot of different business ventures and putting my time into a few of them that I think are the most profitable. So I don't want to waste a lot of you guys' time, so we're just going to jump straight into the video. Follow me, let's go back to the lab, and I'll show you exactly how I was able to get all of these cars without spending any money out of my own pocket. Alright guys, so now that we're back inside, I'm going to show you exactly how I got all three of these cars for free. And yes, they are completely free. I don't pay anything for them. In fact, I actually get paid to own these cars. So let's break it down. So what do I do with these cars and how do I get them for free? Essentially what I do is, there's an app called Turo, and if you're not familiar with Turo, basically what it is it's like an Airbnb for cars, right? So you get a car, say you have a car, you know, you're financing it for $300 a month. You put it on Turo for say $30, $40 a day. You rent it out for X amount of days. And at a certain point, you know, you're gonna hit a profit, right? So for me, when I started Turo, I actually started Turo, I believe in February or March. It was like right before the pandemic hit. I actually came across a video on YouTube and it was titled something like this, you know, how to own all these cars for free or how to get a free car. So I clicked on it and watched the whole thing. Everything made sense. So I decided to take action, and I actually got a car within like the next like week or so. I got approved for a car. I went and picked it up and I listed it on Turo. And in my first month on Turo, I actually made profit. I went to the dealership and I explained to them, hey, I want this specific car. I don't want to put any money down because that's money I'm not going to get back. I want to be out of this vehicle, you know, on this date. And that's just so I don't lose any value or lose any equity. The first car that I started with, and I'll also put a picture right here, was a 2017 Mercedes CLA 250 4MATIC, and I actually still have that car, and it does very well on Turo. So when I got to the dealership, I was talking to them, you know, breaking down the numbers or whatever, and I ended up getting the car with no money down, and the monthly payment is about $433, I believe, $433 or $435, something like that. So my first trip actually was February. It started February 28th and ran through March 11th. And for that trip, it was 12 days at $56, and I'll show that right here. $56 a day. The total price was $674, and I actually took home $573. So after the very first trip, I was able to cover the car payment for the car, and thereafter it is pure profit. So month after month with this car, I've had this car, like I said, I got it in February. The first trip was February 28th through March 11th. So my first month, as you can see by the numbers right here, I actually made $1,000 even. Alright, so let's talk about the reason why I chose this car. So I didn't just go in and go to a dealership and find a car that I liked and I thought would do well. I actually did research. You could actually just go on Safari and just type in like top performing cars on Turo or most profitable cars on Turo, and it'll actually bring up a list. However, the list is kind of outdated, so I would look for articles that show top performing cars in your area. You can even just download the Turo app and just, you know, go through the cars or whatever and just see what cars have a lot of trips. If they have a lot of trips, obviously, like, you know, that host is bringing in revenue, which of course is eventually, you know, going to turn into profit. So when I looked in my area, the top cars I believe were like the Jeep and a Mercedes and a Mustang. So I sifted through all of those cars until I found a good deal on one, and it just so happened that the Mercedes would be the lowest payment without putting any money down, and that's really what I was looking for. Something that, you know, the payment wasn't too high. It was something that, you know, was going to attract guests. Also at the time there wasn't many Mercedes in the area. I want to say there was less than 5, so I knew the competition was real low with that specific car. So I figured it'd do great. and that's the reason why I chose it. So please, before you think about starting Turo as either a side source of income or a main source of income, just make sure that you do your research and spend some time on it. Don't just try and rush things and try and make money. The money will come. Like I said, just do your research, make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. So now that we talked about why I chose the Mercedes as my first car, another big question people like to ask is, what happens if someone damages your car gets wrecked? Are you just completely out of money? And simple, the answer is no. So Turo, when I mentioned earlier, when I showed you guys the screenshot of how the trip was $674, or yeah, the trip was like $650 something, and I received like $574. So those Turo fees actually go towards the insurance. So when you get on the platform and you become a host, you actually choose what insurance option you want so that you're covered. So for example, if your car goes out, if you rent your car out to someone and it comes back with the front bumper missing or something like that, as long as you have clear photos taken before the trip started and after the trip started, you'll be perfectly fine. All you do is go in and submit a claim through Turo, and you'll actually, receive the funds to repair the vehicle and continue listing on Turo. And depending on what insurance plan you get, if you choose the highest insurance plan, which means they're going to take a bigger cut of your earnings, Turo will actually pay you per day for the days that you're missing. So let's say your car on average gets rented out like 15 days per month or so. If your car is damaged and it misses that month, well, Turo is actually still going to pay you as your car would be rented out if it wasn't for that damage. Another question I get a lot for people who want to start Turo and start renting out cars is, where do you go to find the best deals on cars? If you just go on the internet and just type in the car that you want, just like I said, just sift through them all. Go on Car Gurus, go on cars.com, and just look at all the cars. And if you find a deal that you like, just contact that dealership, work with that dealership. Don't be afraid to negotiate with them to try and get the best deal that you can. This will help in the long run, as if you have lower payments, of course you're gonna make more profit. That's the whole thing for me is I don't want something that's gonna cost me $700 a month and I'm only gonna be bringing in $800 a month. That's $100 profit a month for doing that work. For me, it just wouldn't be worth it. So make sure when you do your research to try and just get that car payment as low as you can. The final thing I want to touch on is adding extras. Adding extras is a great way to boost revenue and boost profits. Extras are things such as like unlimited mileage, prepaid car washes, stuff like that. I'll also put it up right here and show you exactly what I have as my extras. Another thing is delivery. So you could offer delivery of the vehicle most of the time, and for me it's about 95% of the time people are going to want the car delivered to them and they're going to pay for it. So when I first started Turo, I would charge only $10 for delivery. Never again, I want to emphasize on this, never make that mistake. Don't charge $10 for delivery. People are going to pay way more than $10 for delivery. So I would charge $10 for anywhere, to the airport, to downtown, to busy areas. I would just charge a flat rate of $10. However, as time went on, I progressively increased the price, and now I actually charge $45 per delivery. And this could really boost your earnings per trip. And I'll leave a screenshot right here. So this person, he booked the car for only 1 day, so he paid $45 for delivery and like $73 for the car. So I ended up, taking home $100 just for one single day, and that was, I got 50% of that from the delivery. So like I said, don't be afraid to, boost your delivery fees, see what works in your area, and see what people are willing to pay for. That's, like I said, it's a great way to, increase your profits. So that pretty much sums up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit the like button below. That will really help out the algorithm, so please hit the like button and subscribe. I'm gonna try and post like twice a week and eventually 3 times a week, primarily talking about how to make money online or how to optimize your Turo to bring in the most amount of money you can. So like I said, be sure to subscribe and don't forget to hit the like button. I'll see you guys on the next one.